Alright, ladies and gents, this is the TheVarus Strakes book by the channel Internet Historian. This is the second video in a month. That's new. Internet Historian uploaded second video in a month. So this is like a second part of the TheVarus. So let's see. It's gonna be awesome.
Thank you all of my children. We're here today to test the launch of my new cyber rocket. With this, I pledge to you that we will have a man on the Earth by the year 2030. But before we embark on this journey, we must talk about some of the mistakes of the past, so that we are not doomed to repeat them. Anyway, it was a sunny day in downtown Wuhan, and people were coughing into each other's mouths, as is customary in it.
Coughing into each other's mouth.
You're going viral, douchebag. I'm a big f***ing man, and I'm gonna pull out my dick.
What the hell was that? The snitching? What the heck did you just say about me, you little cashier? I'll have you know, my husband graduated top of his class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous one-star raids on Yelp with over 300 lawyers. I'm trained in making formal complaints and top 911 speed dialers in the entire suburb. You are nothing to me but just another inconvenience. I will phone the heck out of your manager with a sense of entitlement, the likes of which you have never seen before in this department, etc. Nothing holds people together in a crisis better than moral busybodies. Put the president on the phone. He's not in? Fine, let me speak to his manager. Texting while driving. This is awesome.
Pull out my dick.
February 2020, the virus is everywhere. But some were sneaking out. Others not taking it seriously at all.
Cough directly in my face!
People were outside, going about their normal lives.
Get drunk before everything closes.
It was time for drastic action. So, the mayors and governors from around the world gathered together with a solution to the problem of sneaking out while grounded. Snitching hotlines.
Snitches get rewards.
Simply take a picture of someone and text it to the official snitch line to put those rule breakers in their place.
What's up, boys? Over here at Wendy's.
What a scoop!
Instant justice.
Some people need to get the message. Send a photo and we will make sure that enforcement comes right away.
But naturally, many New Yorkers did not take very kindly to this idea. So, they decided...
In America, where, you know, the Edward Snowden thing happened, people with the NSA and all the, you know, agencies are, you know, listening to people's phones, and people are kind of on the edge when it comes to personal space in USA. Whenever they are tapping, they're listening to your phone, people get, you know, like, oh, and, you know, privacy, it's a big thing because of this. Because people are always on the edge, like some agencies or government is always listening. At the time, you ask people to spy on them, take photos, and then report. Of course, people are going, are you going to do what?
decided to text the hotline as well. Text after text came rolling in. What a success! Let's open the first one. Surprised. Turns out people weren't just sending in tips. They were sending the whole shaft. Oh Jesus, next one. Next.
Does 4chan have something to do with this? I saw all the He Will Not Divide Us series, and I can only think whenever something like this happens, 4chan has something to do with this.
Next. Just close it. I can't, it's just going faster. Text after text was the same. Pictures of people giving the finger, dick pics, edgy Blasio memes. This isn't helping at all. Sir, our servers can't handle this amount of erotica all at once. Well, save some of the more tasteful nudes on this thumb drive and shut it down. And so it crashed. But the snitches forgot the first rule of snitching. Snitches get unmasked by state sunshine laws. In Missouri, they have them. 2 weeks after their own snitching program went live, turned out it was all subject to public record by anyone who requested it. So not only is all of this information not anonymous or private, it's published indefinitely on a government website with zero redaction. Oh dear. Of course, I'm not going to put any of those details here.
Oh my god. They went like, report to people who are breaking these lockdown rules. And we're gonna keep you anonymous. And then, oh wait a minute. By law, we can't. It's a public record. Oh no.
Missouri, and you're a bit curious.
Links, as always, are in the description down below.
In Washington and Louisiana, people were unmasked too. In Frisco, Texas, they made an app for snitching as well. But there was backlash and it was terminated. In LA, the mayor's infamous
Snitches get rewards.
statement was walked back. In Victoria, a couple was fined $1,500 each for going on a drive to Lake's entrance and posting photos on social media.
You there, sir? I certainly hope you've got a license.
Warned that if they do it again, they would be arrested. Except the photos were from a year ago.
That's
We're
just
not going to
stupid.
get everything right all the time, and we will make mistakes.
But
Yeah,
worst
that is
of
a
all
trend,
was
isn't
the
it?
UK.
9 coppers for one lad.
Well, you relax.
ridiculous.
194,000 calls in a single month had been made regarding people leaving their homes without a license, and tens
Even
of
the Queen.
thousands of fines had been issued.
The British frown down on telltales. There's even an old nursery rhyme.
Telltale tit, your tongue shall be slit.
You make any more noise, and I'm calling the police.
Show me what you've got.
And yet, while normal everyday activities were being criminalized, regular crimes were being made de facto legal.
Good job.
Police do nothing around here.
And in major cities,
What? What does that mean?
it seemed as though everyone was going for the high score.
What do you mean crime is gonna get legal?
People aren't afraid to go out on the street at night. What can we do to increase crime? I have an idea.
Oh, no, they did not. Are you kidding? So the people would not break the lockdown. So they're gonna make some crimes legal in a... Probably sure they didn't point blank made it legal. They did some turnarounds. So people are afraid of going night in fear of criminals. Is that what they really did?
In New York and LA, they experimented with reducing bail to 0, and it went exactly as you'd expect.
They can't do that, can they? What is this, Wild West, where you can just think of laws like this? Isn't there some kind of fixed laws that prevent this? Like, you can't just do this. What the hell, man?
But it wasn't enough. So they said any burglaries up to $1,000 worth of goods would no longer result in the police showing up to the scene.
Yeah, $1,000. Who cares about $1,000, right? It's just $1,000. Only poor people care about $1,000, and they can be robbed too. How did this just fly like that? How did people then like, what the hell are you doing?
So you're telling me that I can steal up to $1,000 worth of goods, and the police won't even try to make an arrest?
Well, maybe one day, if somehow they're identified.
But you want everyone to wear a mask, too.
Yes.
Jackpot.
So people walked up to the buffet and had their fill.
If you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go, what would shopping look like?
Oh my God! Call the police!
Welcome to Amazon Go. We call it Just Walk Out technology.
Piece of shit. Hope you overdose. Piece of shit.
Take whatever you like.
Sometimes when I call 911, nobody answers.
No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Shoplifters don't seem to care who's watching.
Once you've got everything you want, you can just go.
filling bags
I'm
and
Jeff
backpacks
Bezos
in
and I
the
approve
middle
this
of the
message.
day.
You can keep going. Amazon Go.
Be back tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah? Tomorrow morning? Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Not enough
This
crying.
is awesome.
Release the felons. So it was ordered. Anyone who had non-violent misdemeanors, serving sentences of less than a year, or scheduled to be free in 30 days or fewer, was released.
What do you think?
And the results?
How they did that and nobody, get pissed like that, man? Maybe they spin it around, like, because of the pandemic, we don't have staff, so whoever is about to get loose, we are gonna, let them go right now, so we don't have to manage that many people because we don't have the staff. Maybe they went like that.
Predictable. One man only lasted 37 minutes before being arrested again. Another man was arrested 3 times in one day. First
3 times in one day? Does that make him stupid or the law? How can you arrest someone 3 times a day? Why did you let him go?
for attempting to break into a vehicle, next for stealing items out of someone's front yard, and then again for stealing a vehicle, and each time he was arrested, he just moonwalked out of there.
For his 7th time, he got arrested for stealing.
Oh yeah, because the bail is at 0. Oh, that's just stupid. But, you know, they have to go like, this is the 2nd time in a day, now we're not gonna let you go. But they still let him go? Damn.
In a vehicle. So apparently he's not very good at it.
Crime rates went right through the ceiling. Famous criminal time. Tekashi 69 was released early from his 18-month sentence and instantly broke Instagram and YouTube records with his live stream and music video.
Ridiculous
Other
views.
high-profile names asking for early release include R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Martin
That
Shkreli.
was seriously, when I remember watching that, he came out of court with his lawyer and he just went past all the press and like, hey, that's not the time to say that, man.
And our good friend Billy McFarland. Breakout time! Then some prisoners came together with an idea.
What's your plan?
Well, if we have an outbreak at our prison, then maybe they just have to let some of us go. Worth a shot. So prisoners at the North County Correctional Facility tried passing...
Alright, that's just stupid. Why would they let you go? They would just quarantine you in your cell. Why would they let you go? So you can go into some kind of hospital and get quarantined? Why won't they just quarantine you in your cell?
...around water containers and shared a mask to get it. It worked, somewhat, as 30 prisoners soon tested positive for the virus. But then administrators cottoned on to what they were doing, and none of them were released.
Celebrities. The lockdown was more dire for some than others. Give a thought for the celebrities. Movie sets was scuttled, production shut down. Where could the special people go to get their daily hit of attention-based dopamine? And what if the lockdown continued? Could they fall into irrelevancy? Yeah, something had to be done. I am now being arrested and handcuffed. Do you know my name, sir? You don't need to know my name? Oh really? Okay, you're about to find out who I am. Reese Witherspoon. Really? Oh, okay, it was in 2013.
Speaking of people who should be in prison, celebrities. We have forgotten about the important people. Guys, we're bored too. They crave the attention. They need it. Without it, they will surely shrivel and perish. But when everything gets shut down and they're trapped in their homes and can't get on TV, they begin to go a little stir.
Okay guys, now I know we're all feeling the struggle right now. Without television and press following you around, you need to make yourselves trend. We need you now more than ever. Jimmy, female Jimmy, you're the funny guys. You must continue working from home. Your biggest competitor now is a Swedish boy that reacts to funny videos on his kitchen.
I don't care how big of a late night host they are not beating PewDiePie. They are just not.
Floor.
Sounds doable. It was toilet paper. It was a huge box of, I was like a kid on the toilet on Christmas morning. 60 double rolls of heaven.
What did he just say?
Kid on the toilet on Christmas morning.
Kid on a toilet on a Christmas morning? What the hell does that even mean?
60 double rolls of heaven.
You get to play that fun game, protected from the coronavirus or a botched nose job. Or both.
Alright, Jimmy Fallon should not have a soul.
Everyone in here is gay.
Hello, everybody out there.
No, shut it down. How about an uplifting song to boost morale? This could be our generation's We Are the World.
Yeah, I can give it a go. I love uplifting music.
Thank you.
It was Gal Gadot's accent, but not her voice. That was so damn funny, man.
Gal.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you
Imagine there's no heaven. This is not the time when everyone's Grammy's dying.
Yes.
Fucking idiot.
They feel like they did something
Yeah.
significant.
She's so happy. Gal Gadot, whatever fuck
That's
her
what
name
I
is,
did.
Wonder
for you.
Woman.
I lost my job at the meatpacking plant, but Gal Gadot sang Imagine.
And it's a
today.
terrible version. You guys suck at singing.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh boy.
As soon as he sang Imagine There's No Heaven, I think we could hear, Joe Rogan just running towards his studio, stumbling and, falling things over just to say that. Man, seriously, these people, celebrities could be really stupid sometimes.
Donna, how about an inspirational speech to lift those faces? I mean, spirits.
That's the thing about COVID-19. It doesn't care about how rich you are. It's the great equalizer. And what's terrible about it is what's great about it. What's terrible about it is it's made us all equal in many ways. And what's wonderful about it is that it's made us all equal in many ways.
Yes. There was a subtle message in that. Did you hear that? That was deep. Even Aristotle cried a bit.
Jesus Christ. Maybe just stick to singing.
There's no more pasta, oh no. So we're gonna eat some fried fish.
Okay, not bad. Let's try somebody else. Keep it positive,
Cause the last shit comes from motherfucking China.
Thank you, Cardi. You really are the voice of reason.
Government, let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! They just get it real!
Well, that was... Vanessa, maybe you can speak to your fans? You seem to have a lot of free time at the moment.
Like, yeah, people are gonna die. It's just terrible, but like...
In the hospital!
Oh god. Oh jeez. We're losing them. You guys in your massive houses and complaining isn't relatable at all. We need to meet them on their level.
I've got this.
Cried for a second. And I was gonna do it by myself, and then I thought, you know what? It's important for everybody.
Oh god, this is too good, man. This video is too good.
But before I continue, ad time.
His ads are always awesome.
The name's Ray Khan, but you can call me Ray Khan, man. Dad, look, I got you a present. Thanks, son. Let's go throw the old football around in celebration of my new present. Wired headphones. With wires.
Why, son? Why? You're responsible.
No. You're responsible.
Never again. Gotcha! Wired headphones, you dangerous bitch.
Wait, what?
Huh? I can't hear you. I have my everyday E25 Raycon earbuds in. I'll save you. Well, there's another one. Don't worry, I'll save you too. Now you two kiss. 6 hours of playtime, half the price of other premium brands. Raycon good, wires bad. Will you seamlessly connect your Bluetooth with me?
Can I get a closer look? Wow, I love the range of colors they come in. Of course I will. Let me just put them in right now. Wow, they fit so snug.
Wow. I think I'll put mine in as well. Just don't insert them into other holes. Hey Doc, it's happened again. Raycon good, wires bad.
No, wait.
Cleaning is as easy as 1, 2, 3. What's wrong? Don't want to live in cyberpunk and have your brain all f***ed up by 5G? Ethan? You seen this? Raycon good, wires bad.
Oh no.
Go to buyraycon.com/internet store to save 15% off your first order of the everyday even 25 earbuds from Raycon. Ad over.
They should add that on TV,
Humble
man.
yellow onions.
That was awesome.
Gripping the onion like a tennis ball.
It's time for an uplifting story. Pren Murti Pandey, 56, works at Mumbai airport. Everything was going into lockdown and he wanted to be
That's
with his
close to
family.
home.
But they were in Allahabad and he was stuck in Andheri East. Just fly. No flights. Just drive. Not so simple. Roads are closed to all non-essential travel. What to do? So he hatched a plan. I'll become an essential traveler. He started with a test case. He hired a truck and drove 200 kilometers to Pimpelgina. Bought 1,300 kilograms of watermelon.
So good. Come to terms with the already large quantity of melons we already have.
And sent the truck back to Mumbai, where he had a cellar. Success. Wasn't stopped, even sold the goods at a profit. We're an essential traveler now, boys. Time to do it again, but this time all the way home. So he hired another truck, got an onion permit, and this time bought 25,520 kilograms of onions. And the article says he disguised himself as an onion seller. I don't know what that looks like, so here's this.
Yeah, there you
He
go.
then hauled ass 1,200 kilometers over 3 groups.
25 tons of onion. That's an overkill. I think got it over his head, man. I made so much profit in watermelons and onions. There was a shortage, so it's kind of a commodity in some areas. So maybe he thought, you know what, I'm going to make tons of profit in that one.
Grueling days and nights through 3 states to get home. He makes it. Now to sell the goods and see my family. He stopped at the wholesale market just on the outskirts of town and tried to find a buyer for the onions. Except nobody wanted them. Onions? Anyone? Onions? Because of the lockdown, there was a huge glut in the market.
Whoa, that's a big onion. Look at that.
Big onion.
Onions. Everybody loves onions. Onions? Onions? No. Daddy's coming home and he's smelling of onions. By the late afternoon, he just gave up and drove the truck to his house to be with his family. However,
what the hell are you supposed to do with 25 tons of onion, especially when you're not a salesman like this? You just became one to get here. That is just ridiculously stupid.
the next day, knock knock. It's the police.
Oh
no. You're not here to buy some onions, are you? And they were not. So he spent the next 2 weeks in the quarantine center. And he's still looking for a buyer for the onions.
Mr. Clean gets rid.
People need to realize that India is not some third world country like used to be way before. Even with the massive level of population, police can still track you, regardless of what. You really have to see for paper trail if you don't want to be caught. Because you have to understand, yes, there is more population, but that population comes with more police too, because police are people too. There is lots of police too here.
Bit of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your...
Cries rang out from unsanitized masses. Just one small pump, sir. Just one drop. Dozens of hands cradled close, as if in prayer for their ration of precious succor. 99.9% effective was the promise it made. But what about the remaining 0.1%? Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew 5:8, New Testament. Only on PlayStation. Yeah, seriously, hand sanitizer thing blew up everywhere. Even in here, people made, lots of, makeshift hand sanitizer and sold and made tons of profit with that.
I need some hand sanitizer. When the outbreak first happened, there was one clear piece of advice from the WHO. What?
And a hand sanitizer thing blew up in a way because people just went crazy. I hear some cases where I live in here, India, where some people were so stupid. They took the hand sanitizer and sanitized everything. There was a video of a guy who was sanitizing his car, steering, boot, the engine bay area and everything. The ignition area, the dashboard, even the ignition key. He sanitized everything and then he put the ignition key and turned it on. I think the spark from that exploded the whole car. You could see the video, and in the end the video ends with the massive explosion and the video cuts off. It was so stupid and so horrifying at the same time, man. He was scared of a virus that might kill him, so he ended up blowing himself up. That hand sanitizer thing just blew up so much. People were sanitizing literally everything.
Your hands. Both soap and hand sanitizer would work, but we had plenty of soap. So naturally, we panicked about the hand sanitizer. Good thinking.
That's gold. That's gold.
And panic soon turned to profit. People had seen the rush on toilet paper and they knew to get in quick. And two of the fastest shoppers in the West were entrepreneurial brothers, Matt and Noah. They hopped in their truck and drove from town to town, state to state, buying up every bottle they could get their immaculately disinfected hands on. Hundreds. Grabber, grabber, grabber. By the end, thousands. 17,000 bottles in all. The plan? Sell them on eBay and Amazon at a...
Wait a minute, isn't that illegal? In the time of crisis, you can't just hoard stuff like this and sell it for more profit. I'm pretty sure this is illegal.
Huge markup. It was the perfect crime. Well, until the inevitable happened. Everyone got super mad. The New York Times, low on hand sanitizer themselves, decided to investigate the brothers, and they wrote an article. The unsterilized masses made complaints.
Low on hand sanitizer, so in New York Times you can think, where's the hand sanitizer? There isn't any. Oh, I'm gonna write an article, and they wrote the article on that.
Like this one bit. Please send the cops immediately.
And then someone went to Jeff and told. Jeff made their online accounts go to sleep.
What the hell was that?
eBay followed suit. Now there was nowhere to sell their goods. Then the law got involved, and the DA said, price gouging illegal.
Yeah,
Me angry.
there you go.
So the authorities called up Matt and Noah. Hey guys. Hey, good to hear from you. You too. Afraid it's not entirely a social call though. Oh no? Yes, price gouging illegal. So what you want, prison or philanthropy? We're sending over a squad car now. I have decided to give back to the community. So the police pull up, the media too, and Matt and Noah announce that they will be giving it all away for free. They did an interview for television and wore this amazing shirt.
The pricing on Amazon was definitely higher than retail.
Would you say you're sorry?
No, I don't think that I would.
Note.
Of course he did.
A similar thing happened in Adelaide, Australia, when a man bought up hundreds of packs of toilet paper and hand sanitizer.
Toilet paper thing, yeah.
Then he realized he couldn't sell it, and tried to return it all back to Drake's supermarket. Drake himself told the guy to please leave.
I told him that.
He has a YouTube
That
channel,
is so
by the way,
Australian.
but this did little to abate the shortage of supply and overall price gouging. But don't be too mad at these guys. They're small timers, microscopic, compared to China. Stop! Oh, sorry. What I mean is, compared to the brave heroes at the CCP.
Ah, come on, they can't ban this video, right? He says something about that. I mean, they don't even have Google and YouTube in that free range. Maybe they have, but it's very restricted.
There's an outbreak. Xi Jinping, you're our only hope. So a call was sent out to companies all around the world, especially in the West. We want you to send staff out to every retail store you can to buy up personal protective equipment, especially masks. And ship it all back to China. Thank you, Xi Jinping. All in a day's work. The scale here, by the way, is just ridiculous.
Millions of face masks.
3 million masks.
2 billion.
2.4 billion pieces of protective equipment.
That's a lot.
700,000 hazmat
All
suits.
flown out on a private jet.
We just wanted to ask you guys what all these products are and where they're going.
If you went out to buy a mask in January or February and noticed that there were none left, it wasn't just because there was a big rush on them. It was because there was a big export. And then when other countries had a shortage, the CCP swooped in to sell locally manufactured masks back to Europe and the United States at an escalated price. Only then later for them to be found defective and needing to be recalled. Got him again. Anyway.
Alright, that kind of pisses me off, man. Tons of viruses in the past have come from China. Alright. This virus also came from China, in Wuhan. They didn't regulate it or checked it. If they did, yes, it would have been spread, but not at this level. They could have stopped a lot of spread, but they didn't. And then they're going to do things like this to make profit off the thing that is kind of their fault. And it's not like they need money anyway, man. China is immensely rich, man. Have you seen their cities, how they blew up in past 10 years? They have the largest, the satellite. Ground-based satellite. Bigger than, I think, what US was in the past. I think it was in Hawaii. Now China is the biggest one. So it's not like they don't have the money. They have tons of money. They don't need to do this. That kind of pisses me off, man.
Back to the hand sanitizer specifically. There was a shortage. So New York Governor Andrew Cuomo stepped in with a solution. It's up to me now. He unveiled his new line of hand sanitizer.
Open the curtain, please.
NYS Clean. A 75% alcohol strength concoction made by the humble citizens of Great Meadows Correctional Facility.
Floral bouquet. Little I detected lilac.
People are wondering the back.
Hydrangea, tulips. What does it smell like to you? Tulip.
They were capable of producing 100,000 gallons every week. It was much cheaper than any other product on the market, mainly because the price of labor was pretty much zero. Other pharmaceutical items that disappeared fast were vitamins, cough medicine, and, critically, inhalers.
How many ohms you vaping there?
It was tough for the asthmatics, already picked on for their feeble bodies. Their weak lungs, embarrassing. Everybody laughs at the asthmatics, even if we, pretend and say nice things to their face. The next big one would be gloves. Once they were recommended, there was a run on them too. And once those were out, there was a run on, surprisingly, condoms. The thinking man's glove.
Thinking man's glove.
If you need to press a button on the elevator or push a trolley around the grocery store, no problem. Just use your cock. Last story.
Ape escape. I didn't believe it either, but there are articles and stuff. So given infinite number of monkeys and infinite number of typewriters, and eventually they will write the sequel to Sonic High School, Plato the Republic. Wait a minute, is this Indian story? I think I kind of somewhat remember this.
In a medical center in Delhi, there's a gang of monkeys scheming. Son of a bitch. I'm in. True story, right? Some red-faced rhesus macaques, tired of their situation, go rogue. They bust out of their cage and attack a researcher, snatching COVID blood samples as they make their way to the exit. Give me that. No, Mojo, no. Put that down, bad monkey. They make a break for it, evading staff and guards, and leap out the window to freedom. One was later seen in a tree, chewing on one of the samples.
Ooh, yummy.
In a further act of defiance, another was seen chewing on a surgical glove. Apparently it's become a big problem in Delhi. Monkeys everywhere. They snatch people's stuff and even break into homes.
Yeah, this is not just now problem. Delhi has a, monkey problem for a long time. In some areas of Delhi, obviously not the metro cities, but in some area of Delhi, monkeys, kill like this, and there are lots of hordes of monkeys. That's a genuine issue. Obviously, in this pandemic, where the regulation and all the government staff and municipal staff was at the low, this got out of hand. What is the effect of this TheVarus on the monkeys? Anybody knows that? Do they get affected just like humans?
It seems that nature isn't just returning peacefully. It's come back with a vengeance. And if we intend to survive, we're gonna have to learn to fight back. So anyway, with this knowledge, we will conquer Earth and rule over it once again.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's here. And that's about it. Probably no part 3 unless something ridiculous happens, like an autonomous zone in Portland or the government shutting off utilities. Plugging the second channel again, you bet. We've got a feature-length Sundance review coming out in a bit over a month. This one's going to be over an hour long, so grab some popcorn, maybe a little viewing party, watch your favorite streamer. This one will be more fun as a group. But before that, next week, there's a new In the Field. Thanks for watching.
Alright, this was an awesome video. Every time Internet Historian makes a video, it always just like, it makes me think that every government does something is always so ridiculous and stupid. The way he puts on the information is just great, man. Especially that criminal thing. People are going out at night. So they made some crimes legal, so people are afraid of go out at night. That's just so stupid, man. I didn't know they could do that, but I think they worked around the law, so nobody can call them out. Hand sanitizer thing was just stupid, man. People just went crazy for hand sanitizers. Alright, this was an awesome video. If you like my reaction, please don't forget to like and subscribe.